Happy Republic Day, 72nd Happy Republic Day. Due to unavoidable situation, our chief guest, administrative officer, Aradhya could not make it. So today's chief guest is our principal man. Band. ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಬೈ ಮೀನಾಕ್ಷಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಶುಭೋದಯಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ 72ನೇ ಗಣರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವ ದಿನದ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ರೂವಾರಿಯಾದಂತಹ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶಕರಾದಂತಹ ನಮ್ಮ ಶಾಲೆಯ ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ಪ್ರಾಂಶುಪಾಲರಾದಂತಹ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ವೈರರತ್ನ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವರು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಉಪಸ್ಥಿತರಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಆದರಣೀಯ ಸುಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಕೋರುತ್ತೇವೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಯಶಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಸಹಕರಿಸಿದಂತಹ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಎಲ್ಲ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕ ಬಾಂಧವರಿಗೂ ಮನಪೂರ್ವಕವಾದ ಸುಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಕೋರುತ್ತೇನೆ. ನಿಗದಿತ ಸಮಯಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿ ಈ ಗಣರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವವನ್ನು ಸಂಭ್ರಮದಿಂದ ಹಾಗೂ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯಿಂದ ಆಚರಿಸಲು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಉತ್ಸುಕತೆಯಿಂದ ಕಾಯುತ್ತಿರುವಂತಹ ನನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆತ್ಮೀಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೂ ಸಹ ಸುಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಕೋರುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಯಶಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ಹಾಗೂ ಪರೋಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ಸಹಕರಿಸಿರುವಂತಹ ಇನ್ನುಳಿದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕೇತರ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿ ವರ್ಗದವರಿಗೂ ಹಾಗೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗಣ್ಯರಿಗೂ ಸಹ ಮನಪೂರ್ವಕ ಸುಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಕೋರುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆರೆದಿರುವ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗಣ್ಯಾತಿ ಗಣ್ಯರಿಗೂ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಆದರಣೀಯವಾದ ಸುಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಕೋರುತ್ತಾ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಭಾಷಣವನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್, ಜೈ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ. Thank you, ma'am. Now I request our honorable chief guest to hoist the flag.
Good morning everyone, respected principal, teachers and all my dear friends. Today I am going to share few words about Republic Day. Firstly, I wish you all a very happy Republic Day. Republic Day is celebrated every year on 26 January. On 26 January 1950, our constitution came into force and India became secular and democratic country. Our constitution is the written and healthy constitution in the whole world. We celebrate Republic Day by saluting and honoring tricolor flag of our nation. Let us pledge that we should not let the efforts of our brave freedom fighters go in vain. We should strive to make our country the best country in the whole world. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjana. Next, I would speech by Dhanlakshmi from 10th standard about importance of voting.
Good morning one and all present here. I would gladly wish you all a 72nd Happy Republic Day. Today I am going to present a speech about National Voters Day. India is a democratic country. Though we follow different cultures, practices and traditions, we are all Indians. Slogan have deep rooted in each minds of every citizen. Hence, our constitution provides for equality to the all without discriminating about poor and rich. It also provides for adult franchise, that is, every citizen above 18 years have the right to select their own representatives. This shows the absolute power of the citizens. But the prominence to the voting is decreasing day by day. Hence, our central government announced for the National Voters Day on 2011. So every year on 25th January, we celebrate as National Voters Day in schools and colleges by conducting different activities in schools and making children conducting in themselves for voting and cultivating voting self in everyone. Every vote is important. One single vote can also change the future of the country. So voting is very important. Thank you.
Next, speech by Kirtana P from 9th standard on our constitution.
Good morning to one and all. Happy Republic Day. Today I am going to speak about Constitution. Indian Constitution is the written constitution and lengthiest constitution in the world. A constitution is the set of rules and regulations guiding the administration of a state. The recommendation of Motilal Nehru Committee and the decision taken by the meeting of National Congress at Karachi in 1931 emphasized the need for the formation of Constituent Assembly. A Constituent Assembly with Indian members was formed in 1946. The Assembly has 389 members. After the partition of India, the total number came down to 299. A Constituent Assembly formed with 22 committees and 5 subcommittees to examine in detail all the issues related to the country. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of the Indian Constitution. Based on his contribution to framing the Constitution, he is called as the Chief Architect of Indian Constitution. A Constitution Assembly took 11 months and 18 days to complete its work. And finally, the India came into the Indian National Constitution approved on 26 November 1949 and came into force on 26 January 1950. This day is celebrated as Republic Day. Thank you for giving an opportunity to speak about Constitution. Once again, wish you happy Republic Day. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.
Thank you, Kirtana. Next, speech by Vikas from 10th standard about fundamental rights.
Good morning to all and all. I am present here to go and share about fundamental rights in our Constitution in Chapter 3. They are right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to religious freedom, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedy. By the 86th Amendment of our Constitution, according to Article 21A, education as a part of fundamental rights. Government has to provide free and compulsory education to the children from 6 to 14 years. Fundamental rights are necessary to express our thoughts by democratic country in India. We should thankful for members of Constituent Assembly who gave this opportunity to we should thankful for member of our Constitution who gave such wonderful Constitution with all necessary elements by developing the country. Thank you.
Speech by Aishwarya S. 10th Standard about fundamental duties.
Good morning, one and all who are present here. Happy 72nd Republic Day to our beloved principal ma'am, respected teachers, and all my dear friends. Today I am going to speak few words about fundamental duties. Fundamental rights and duties are the two faces of the same coin. Rights without duties have no significance or the value. 10 fundamental duties are included in the 4th chapter A part. And Article 51A are included in the 42nd Amendment to the Constitution and with the 86th Amendment in 2002. So there are now 11 fundamental duties. They are to respect the national flag, national anthem and Constitution, to follow the noble ideas that have inspired our national struggle for freedom, to protect the integrity of the nation, to protect the motherland when called upon to do so, to promote the spirit in brotherhood, in common brotherhood amongst all the citizens of India, and to go against the dignity of the women. Thank you.
Good morning to everyone. I am going to tell some fundamental duties of our Constitution. To preserve our rich heritage, to protect and develop environment like rivers, ponds and wildlife, to safeguard public property, to strive towards excellence in individual to collective and activities. The parents or guardians should provide education to all the children between the age of 6 to 14 years. The rights and duties are the same phases of the point. We should do our duty and make our country progress. Thank you.
Next, speech by Sandeep from 9th Standard. Messages to students.
Good morning, one and all. Happy Republic Day. Today I would like to share my thoughts about the role of students in building the nation. Students are the strength of the society. They are the future face of the nation. They build up the society. Student life is remarkable and massive gift of life. Student is not a time of life, it is a state of mind. If student neglects learning in his life, loses the past and take to future. Student life comes once in a lifetime. They are very energetic and enthusiastic. Their ability to learn new skills is good. They are in a condition like permanent intoxication because student life is a golden life. Students play an important role in the building of the nation. The future country mostly depends on students. Every student is equally responsible for the future of the country. Society identifies students as a vigor, zeal, creativity and tendency to change the world. They have powerful potential and courageous to change the world. Student is a crucial age of development and it is a period of uncertainty. Students must keep their eyes wide open and protect themselves from any harm and progress the country towards the development. Thank you. Once again, Happy Republic Day.
Good morning everybody, I am Nisarga from 10th Standard. My topic is about student life. Student life is a worthwhile phase in everyone's life. The age where the age group of a child is no longer but yet to be turned out grown up is the student life. The age is recognized by the traits of heroism, curiosity and even much more things. It is an age to accomplish their goals, which means intelligence and character in the addition of responsibilities in everyone's life. It is a time to achieve wisdom in the addition of knowledge. So, student life is a golden period to cherish a big dream with full of passion and energy. Although it is adventurous, yet to be looked up with a grown-up eyes, it is a time to shape up your ideas for the economic development of the society by taking active part in sports, drama, and even much more things. Also, it is time to move towards your destination with a positive vibes, and it is possible through occasional awareness and differences among and critical study in individual differences. Thank you.
I thank you all the children, those who have given the speech about the Republic Day, voting, constitution and fundamental rights and duties, and also some messages to the students. Thank you children. Now I would like to call Aisha from 8th standard. Speech in Kannada.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಶುಭೋದಯ. ಮೊದಲಿಂದಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗಣರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವದ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು. ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ ಜನವರಿ 26ನೇ ದಿನ ಬರುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಈ ದಿನ ಭಾರತೀಯರಿಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಸಂತೋಷದ ದಿನ, ಬಲು ಸಂಭ್ರಮದ ದಿನ. ಏಕೆಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರ ಭಾರತದ ಸಂವಿಧಾನವು ಜಾರಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ಹಾಗೂ ಜನತೆಗೆ ನಾಗರಿಕ ಹಕ್ಕುಗಳು ದೊರೆತಿದ್ದು ಈ ದಿನವೇ. ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂವಿಧಾನವು ಜಾತಿ ಮತಗಳ ಭೇದವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಭಾರತದ ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಸಮಾನರು ಎಂದು ಹೇಳಿದೆ. 1947ರ ಆಗಸ್ಟ್ 15ರಂದು ಭಾರತ ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರವಾಯಿತು. ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ ಆಡಳಿತ ಕೊನೆಗೊಂಡಿತು. ಆಗ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ ಅನೇಕ ಮಂದಿ ಮಹಾ ಮೇಧಾವಿಗಳು ಸೇರಿದರು. 3 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಶ್ರಮಿಸಿದರು. ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತದ ಸಂವಿಧಾನವನ್ನು ರಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ B.R. ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಅವರ ನೇತೃತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾರತಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಕೂಲಕರವಾದ ಸಂವಿಧಾನವೊಂದನ್ನು ರಚಿಸಲಾಯಿತು. ಭಾರತದ ಸರ್ಕಾರವು ಅದನ್ನು ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ ಆಡಳಿತಕ್ಕೂ ಮೊದಲು ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ 500ಕ್ಕೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಸಂಸ್ಥಾನಗಳಿದ್ದವು. ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರ ನಂತರ ಅವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಭಾರತದ ಒಂದು ಒಕ್ಕೂಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡವು. ಇವೇ ಮುಂತಾದ ಕಾರಣಗಳಿಂದ ಭಾರತವು ಒಂದು ಗಣರಾಜ್ಯವೆನಿಸಿತು. ಈ ಸವಿ ನೆನಪಿಗಾಗಿ ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ ಜನವರಿ 26ರಂದು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಉತ್ಸವದ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಚರಿಸಲಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಈ ಉತ್ಸವದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾರತೀಯರಾದ ಅನೇಕ ಮುಸಲ್ಮಾನರು, ಜೈನರು, ಕ್ರೈಸ್ತರು ಹಾಗೂ ಬೌದ್ಧರು, ಅನೇಕ ಮತಧರ್ಮಗಳು ಪಾಲ್ಗೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ದಿನವನ್ನು ಭಾರತದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಗರ ಗ್ರಾಮಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಅದ್ದೂರಿಯಾಗಿ ಆಚರಿಸಲಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಭಾರತದ ರಾಜಧಾನಿಯಾದ ದೆಹಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಉತ್ಸವದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನು ಬಹಳ ಸಂತೋಷದಿಂದ ಆಚರಿಸಲಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿನ ರಾಜಮಾರ್ಗಗಳನ್ನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅಲಂಕರಿಸಲಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಸರ್ಕಾರದವರು, ಸಂಘ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯವರು ನಾನಾ ಬಗೆಯ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನು ವೈಭವದಿಂದ ನಡೆಸುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಗಣರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವಿಶೇಷವೆಂದರೆ ಭಾರತದ ಸರ್ಕಾರವು ಯುದ್ಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಣದ ಹಂಗನ್ನು ತೊರೆದು ದೇಶಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಹೋರಾಡುತ್ತಿರುವ ಸೈನ್ಯ ಪಡೆಯ ಅನೇಕ ಮಂದಿ ವೀರರಿಗೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಸಾಹಸವಂತ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಪದಕ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನು ನೀಡಿ ಗೌರವಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಅನಾಥ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಊಟ ಬಟ್ಟೆಯನ್ನು ಹಂಚುತ್ತಾರೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಕೆಲವು ಪ್ರಮುಖರು ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆ ಮುಂತಾದ ಕಡೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಹಣ್ಣು ಹಂಪಲನ್ನು ಹಂಚುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿಯವರು ವಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ದಿನ ಇಂತಹ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳಿಗಾಗಿಯೇ ಮೀಸಲಾಗಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದರು. ಈ ದಿನದಂದು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಗೀತೆಯನ್ನು ಹಾಡಲಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಗೀತೆಗೆ ಗೌರವವನ್ನು ಇದರಿಂದ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸದಂತಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಒಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಹಬ್ಬವನ್ನು ಆಚರಿಸುವುದು ಭಾರತೀಯರ ಧರ್ಮ ಹಾಗೂ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯವಾಗಿದೆ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್, ಜೈ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ.
Thank you, Aisha. As we know all that Hindi is our national language, so speech in Hindi by our 10th standard student Vikit Bedavi from 10th standard.
आज के इस शुभ दिन के लिए यहाँ उपस्थित है सबको सुप्रभात। मैं निकित बेडावी। मैं आज के इस विशेष अवसर पर सभी को 72वां गणतंत्र दिवस का शुभाशय। आज के इस दिन के सर्वप्रथम मैं आप सभी लोगों को धन्यवाद देना चाहते हो कि इस दिन पर आपका मौका दिया कि इस अवसर पर आपके सामने अपने अपने विचार और अपने शब्द पर रखा सकूं। इस दिन पर अनेक वीर योद्धाओं का त्याग, तपस्या और शौर्य का बलिदान की अमर कहानियों का याद करने का दिन है। इसलिए हम गणतंत्र स्थापित कर सका है। गणतंत्र दिवस भारत का एक राष्ट्रीय पर्व है जो प्रतिवर्ष 26 जनवरी को मनाया जाता है। 26 जनवरी 1950 को भारत का संविधान पूर्ण रूप से हुआ था। भारत का संविधान विश्व का सबसे बड़ा संविधान है। इस तरीके से पहले भारत अंग्रेजी शासन का गुलाम था। भारत सरकार ने इस त्योहार को राष्ट्रीय त्योहार घोषित किया गया है। भारत के लोग इस दिन को अपने तरीके से भी मनाया जाता है। प्रधानमंत्री में लाल किले पर तिरंगा झंडा फहराते हैं और राष्ट्रीय गान गाया जाता है। इस दिन पर लाल किले से राष्ट्रपति भवन तक परेड निकली जाती है। यहाँ हमारे देश का गर्व है। गणतंत्र दिवस में कई कंपनी, स्कूल और कॉलेजों में भी आचरण किया जाता है। गणतंत्र दिवस पर कई स्कूल और कॉलेजों में भी सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रम भी आयोजित किया जाता है। 26 जनवरी के इस दिनों में कई स्कूलों में निबंध प्रतियोगिता भी करवाया जाता है। यहाँ हमारे देश की एकता मिलने की प्रेरणा दी जाती है कि आप सभी लोगों ने इस शुभ दिन पर आपके साथ आचरण किया जाता है। इसलिए आप सभी लोगों को हृदयपूर्वक शुभाशय। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय भारत माता।
Thank you, Nikhil. Now I would like to call the high school girls. They are singing the patriotic song.
ಚೇತನವೇ
Good morning to one and all present here. Respected principal ma'am, teachers and my dear students. I wish you a happy Republic Day once again. Republic means the supreme power of the people living in a country and the only public has right to elect the representative as a political leader and they will took us to the development. So it is a supreme power given to the citizen of our country. So national festivals creates awareness among the students. It is the day we remember our sacrifice of our leaders. It represents the spirit of Indian culture and society. Today's children are tomorrow's citizens. The main aim of celebrating this festival in our school is to inculcate the patriotic feeling in our students and to create a responsible citizen for the future. So, school is the second world of the children, where they learn the values of life such as love, honest, truth, then sacrifice, patriotism, etc. Our country has developed after the independence a lot, but still there are some problems present in our society such as inequality, poverty, unemployment, corruption, illiteracy, and so on. So, as a student, your role is very important in building the country. Future citizens, you are all future citizens, so your role is very important. So, we wish to take a pledge today for solving such problems in the society to make our country a best country in the world. So, be the change that you want to see in the world. First, you change yourself, then automatically the world will change, and you have a potential to change the world. Okay, so I wish you a happy Republic Day once again and thank you all for giving me an opportunity to express my feelings. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next speech by our principal, ma'am, Mrs. Violet Ali.
Thank you. Thank you, teachers, first of all, for all the preparations. Good morning to our teachers, dear teachers, and my most beloved students. We are all gathered here to celebrate the 71st Republic Day. Though the Constitution was approved on the 26th November 1949, it came into force on 26 January 1950. Due to the pandemic situation, the celebrations are different this year. And our beloved students gave a lot of highlights on the preparations. So the celebrations, though it is different, but our patriotism will not be brought down. We have to be more and more patriotic, more and more loving and respecting our nation. The Indian Constitution has a preamble, 25 parts with 448 articles in it, 12 schedules and 115 amendments so far as of now. It is the longest constitution of any sovereign country in the world. The constitution took 2 years, 11 months and 18 days, according to the records, to write the constitution, to come up with the final draft of the Constitution, while the Constitution contains the laws of the land, our country. The implementation also holds the key for a vibrant nation. Why it is vibrant nation? The nation of colors, diversity in caste, creed and color. It helps to keep the country together in peace and harmony. The Constitution assures the people of its powers and keeps the wheels of the democracy moving and bring awareness in each and every citizen about the so many things that has been even said by our Navratna ma'am. The corruption is the most dangerous insect or the worm that is eating into our society. So it is in your responsible hands that You are the ones who are the medicines to eradicate that. Understood? How we eradicated pandemic, we are trying to eradicate pandemic. We have eradicated smallpox, we have eradicated polio. So in the same way, it is in your hands to eradicate the corruption in our country as well. So hope you understand what I am trying to tell you, because you are going to be the most responsible, your generation, I mean to say your generation is the most responsible part of our country. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ ಮುಗಿಸಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲೂ ಇನ್ನೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೋರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. So my dear future citizens of our vibrant India, the largest democratic country in the world, be aware of your duties. You are precious to this country. Know your responsibilities without falling into the trap of people misguiding you into the wrong path of differentiating us. How they are differentiating us? The people of this great nation into being divided with many reasons. They just want a reason to divide us. How they divide us? They take the name of a caste, creed, color, language, anything they will utilize. So be very careful that you are not going to be divided. We are going to be united. That is the most important thing. Be aware of the people who come and give you wrong ideas and put wrong ideas into your mind. That is the bad seed that is being sown into your brains. So be very careful what you have to accept. That is why I always say, getting educated is different. You are getting educated to know the difference between the right and the wrong. That is the most important thing. You should know how to defend yourself and your country. It is not only the soldiers who are in the borders to defend our country. It is our duty as well. We are also soldiers to defend our country. How do we defend our country? By being united. We are not going to be divided in any form, whatever it is. So be very careful unless we are united. ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಥೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ತಂದೆ ತನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಯುನೈಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಕಥೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಕೋಲುಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇಟ್ಟರೆ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಮುರಿಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. When it is separately taken, single-handedly, they can break. So be united. So you should know that first of all, the thought in your mind is that we are one. We are Indians. That is the most important thing. After being Indians, we should say we are from Karnataka. Then after Karnataka comes, we are Kannadigas or Tamils, Malayalis, whatever it is. Okay? So first is, that's the way. Then only we can stand together and bring up our country. Why I am telling this is, now many youth, they want to go out of India just because finding the loopholes in our country. The most important is the corruption part. Understood? So once they go out, they don't want to come in. But now our country is becoming strong. We must thank our leaderships that we have. They are working very hard to keep India united. Understood? So you have to understand the unity that we should have. So just by now unity and unity ಬರುತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. So we have to be united in our thought first. ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕುಟುಂಬ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಥರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕುಟುಂಬವನ್ನು ನಡೆಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ the head of the family will find it difficult. In the same way, our country also should be united in our thoughts. We are one nation with one motto, that is So let us stand together and work together for the development of our country. Because we Indians have the patience to that extent that we can understand the other people of our country, though we have different diversities, different sections in our country, in every way. That's why it is called as the largest democracy in the world. So thank you for giving me this opportunity. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram. Please repeat after me. Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram. Loudly. Vande Mataram. Thank you.
Next, I would like to call Nirupa ma'am for vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. That was actually a great speech which truly motivated our students. So, good morning, everyone who are present here. So, very good morning. So, this is our 71st Republic Day. I would truly like to bring the names of our school secretary, Mala ma'am, and then the founder and the president of our school, Putraju sir, and the administrative officer, Mr. Aditya sir, and then our school principal, Violet E. Herman ma'am. So thank you for everyone providing this opportunity for our students as well as for our teachers to be a part of this Republic Day. So after a long time, this is a function which is celebrated along with the students, because all the previous ones we had virtual. So somehow we are managing to be here in the school. So I wish this continues and no negative goes on. I also extend my thanks to all the teaching staff as well as the non-teaching staff and children. Without your support, this program would be an incomplete. So thank you for being a part of this Republic Day. Thank you, everyone.